What's up, everybody? Hope everything's going good. We're going to go with lesson 2, Algebra 1A. Today, they use how can I write and find equivalent fractions. So make sure you put that up on the top of your notes section. Okay, we're just going to go over a couple of vocab words for this. We're trying to find equivalent fractions. We're going over a fraction, but what is a fraction? Right here, a fraction is a number written as a numerator over a denominator. Okay, so you're going to have two numbers, and they're going to be whole numbers. And you're going to have a numerator on top with a numerator or a denominator on the bottom. Okay, key points: a fraction can represent a whole number. Okay, so like 6 over 2 equals 3, or 8 over 2 is 4. Okay, the denominator cannot be 0. You can't divide a number by 0 because that's not going to work. The line in a fraction can be read out of. So this could be like 3 out of 4 or 5 out of 6, something like that. Okay, equivalent fractions, those are two fractions that name the same amount. So I created two pictures for this. We got a number bar here. You've got this bar's broken down into 4 pieces. You got 2 out of 4, that's 1/2. And then you got this one broken into 6 pieces. They're the same length, same size. They're just cut into different size of pieces. This one's got 4, this one's got 6. So 2 out of 4 and 3 out of 6, okay? Those are equal or equivalent. Here's a pie or a pizza. You cut this pizza into 8 pieces and you take 4 of them, okay? Or you cut this one into 6 pieces and you take 3 of them. So that's going to be equivalent fractions. Those are pictures of that. So I want you to pause the video and I want you to take those notes down. Okay, so equivalent fractions, they're created by multiplying or dividing the numerator and the denominator by the same number. So here, we've got 3/5 is equal to 12/20. So what we have to figure out is, what did we multiply 3 by to get to 12? Okay? So what we'll do is we'll just kind of, you can, if you know it off the top of your head, that's awesome. If you don't, maybe you got to use a calculator, maybe you have a multiplication table, I'm not sure. But if you just multiply 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, so if I go here, I'm going to multiply times 4. 5 times 4 is 20. So those are equivalent fractions. Now these, you're getting smaller, so you're going to divide. So 21 divided by something equals 3. Okay, so that's going to be divided by 7. 21 divided by 7 equals 3. And then 28 divided by 7 equals 4. Okay, so that's how to get a greater fraction, you're going to multiply, and to get a smaller fraction, you're going to divide. So go ahead and pause the video. Make sure you take these notes. All right, so we're going to go through these and just these equivalent fractions. We know they're equivalent because you got a fraction and there's an equal sign. Okay, so we know that they're equivalent there. All right, so right here, we're going from a smaller number to a larger number. So whenever you're going from smaller to larger, you're going to multiply. Okay, so what number multiplies from 2? What can get us from 2 to 4? 2 to 8, I said it, is 4. Okay, so right here, we're going to multiply times 4. And then from here to here, we do the same thing. That's the thing with equivalent fractions, is you're going to multiply the numerator, the top number, by the same number as the denominator. So if you find that number, just make sure you do it on the top and the bottom. So it's equivalent. 1 times 4 is 4. So there you go. 4 over 8 is equivalent to 1/2. Okay, over here, we're getting larger. And we're going to multiply this one by 2. Okay, 3 times 2 equals 6. And then we multiply this by 2. 8 times 2 equals 16. So 6/16 is equivalent to 3/8. All right, now here we're getting smaller. So we go from 16 to 8. Okay, so what do we, instead of multiplying, we're actually going to divide. So 16 divided by some number is going to equal 8. And we know 16 divided by 2 equals 8. So whatever you do to the bottom, do to the top, but it's equivalent. So right here, we're going to divide by 2, and we get 4. So 4/8 is equal to 8/16. And the last one, again, we're going from 12 to 1. Okay, so that's getting smaller. So when we get smaller, we're going to divide. Okay, so what number do we divide by? Well, any number divided by itself equals 1. So we're going to divide this by 12. And then we're going to divide the bottom one by 12. We're going to divide the denominator by 12 because we divided the numerator by 12. So 36 divided by 12 is 3. So 1/3 is equivalent to 1236. So I want you to pause this, make sure you get all these notes down. All right, everybody, last thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna make a list of equivalent fractions, and we're gonna start with the base fraction, the simplest form of that fraction, and then we're just gonna go and list on out. Maybe we'll just go 5 or 6 on out, just so you can see what equivalent fractions are. So we'll start right here, and I'm just gonna multiply the denominator and the numerator by 2. Okay, so this is gonna equal 2/4. It's gonna equal 4/8. It's gonna equal 8/16. It's gonna equal 16 32seconds. It's gonna equal 32/64. Okay, so that's an example of, those are all equivalent fractions. So 32/64, that equals 1/2, which is our simplest form of that fraction. Okay, on this one, we'll go 4/6, 6/9. 12/18, 24/36. Those are all equivalent. Okay, the last one, we'll just go here. Okay, 2/8, 4/16, 8 30seconds. Okay. 10/40. Those are all equivalent fractions there. Okay, so as you can see, you go through it, and there's more in between here, but these are all equivalent fractions. If you have any questions, make sure to email me. Print out the worksheet that I put onto Google Classroom, or you can write it out on your notebook. Just take a picture of it and email it to me. I think you can do that on your phone. So just make sure to communicate. Hope everybody's doing good, staying healthy. Go Boomers.